Good evening. This is After Midnight Noodles. Today we're playing Minecraft. I wanted to do a quick video to have a video log of my latest Minecraft world. So, the idea behind this world started. I went to a wedding in Ontario in September, and on the way up and on the way back on the plane, I was playing Minecraft on my mobile device. And I struggled to kind of get into it playing on my cell phone. The screen's just way too small, and the controls are way too finicky. I'm just not used to not playing without a keyboard. So I asked my buddy Wade if he could start up a vanilla server for me when I got home. And I had my friend Rob and my buddy Wade, and we just did a dragon run from start to finish. We just yeah, just So this is the world, and basically, there's no map in this game, but spawn is I don't know. I think it was like 1,000 blocks, roughly in that direction. We spawned on the side of a mountain. Um, I remember coming down the side of the mountain, finding a river, building a boat. I sailed until I found a village. That's part of my strategy. So I sailed around. I found this village conveniently located on the shoreline here and took it over and basically manipulated the villager mechanics to work for me and kind of did a dragon run. Um, so I wanted to do a quick tour of everything. Now it's nighttime, so I figured the best place to start was probably at the main house. And we'll have a nap, and then we'll go on to do the tour. So this is the main starter house. Um, I wanted to do something a little bit different this play round and make a circular structure. So this structure here is made out of, some pretty basic starting building blocks. We've got the diorite and some stone walls. And I'll take you inside. This is a double copper door. Got the plates on the inside so they will close automatically behind you. Here we have a double bed, one for Rob, one for myself. My buddy Wade built his own little house up the cliff. I'll show you that in a moment. Here we have the main crafting area for Chaos Slime. And this is a very convenient build. It's a circle, and basically you can just stand in the middle and pretty much reach everything that you need to. If you want to use the smoker, um, use the furnace, uh, you have lots of storage here. Got your ender chest. I have one on me. This is full of various different potions and things that we might need out in the world. And blast furnace, more chests for storage. So this is a really, really simple design. It doesn't take a whole lot of blocks. It's got a nice skylight there. Really, really convenient to just kind of like go in a circle, grab what you want, craft it, cook it, whatever. We have different armor stands here. And currently I'm wearing a gold chest plate and diamond helmet, pants, and diamond boots. And they are inlaid with this redstone, which is a pretty cool design. So let's have a snooze and we'll go for the tour. So it has been a while since I've logged onto this world. I discovered a game called Vintage Story, and since I discovered that game, it's kind of stolen my heart. And I don't know if I'm going to be coming back to Minecraft anytime soon. at least not for extended periods of time. Okay, so we'll go this way first, then we'll go that way, and we have a lot to show. So let's get started. So that was the survival house. Very nice build. Next door this is a sugarcane farm. This is a very simple design. You can find this one on YouTube. Um, Basically, the idea is you have a row of sugarcane. Behind it, you have a row of water next to it, and then you've got pistons and observers above. And when the sugarcane grows to its third highest, it'll trigger the observer, which will fire the piston, and then this cart runs along the track and collects it. And then there's a hopper in the middle that when it gets some, it will then deposit the sugarcane into the chest. You can also switch this track off to turn it off if you want to, or switch it back on and it will start again. So that's a nice, cozy looking design. I've built it a few times before in other worlds. Highly recommend having one early on, especially once you get Elytra. You're going to want, to make lots of rockets, you're going to need paper. So this here is just a couple librarians. I can't remember which ones these guys are, but they've got some different books that we can buy. This guy, I think, was Flame. This guy gave us our first couple name tags, I think. And then these guys back here, this one is Looting 3. So, next door to that, this is where it all started. This is the village breeder. And basically, the idea for my strategy to do a dragon run is I go out, I find a village, I settle the village, I trap all the villagers before they have jobs, and I build them a village breeder. So basically, a village breeder is just a room like this, and you have a bunch of beds, more beds than you have villagers. And then you will throw these guys food, either carrots or potatoes or whatever you're growing. And they'll breed up. And then when they don't have jobs like this, they basically will follow workbenches through the day. And so the best way to move them around is with workbenches. And I'll show you as we go what we do with these villagers. So I may as well show you the iron farm now because together the strategy is you need the villagers and then you need an iron farm. So this iron farm here, I believe, was designed by a YouTuber, I think Waddles possibly. This is I've done this build a few times following his instruction, and it works really, really good. For one person, this is pretty much all you're ever going to need. But basically, the idea with this is you have one zombie in the middle up there, and then villagers around the outside. They can see the zombie. They can't get touched by the zombie, but they're afraid, constantly is scared. So when they're scared, they spawn that iron golem. And the way this is designed is the only place that he can spawn because it's so high up off the ground is on top. And there's a water system there that pushes the iron golem into this catcher here, and it's got lava. And then below the lava, there's a series of hoppers, and those hoppers dump the droppings, which is iron and poppies. So the idea is to get this iron farm going as soon as possible. So in the beginning, there's no way around it. You're going to have to go mining. You're going to have to play through some of the progression in order to get a good couple rounds of iron yourself in order to make all these hoppers and whatever else you need for this. But then once you get this going, the next phase is to take these villagers and make basically an iron-based village market. So I'll take you to that next, I guess, just so I can show you how this works. So you got the village breeder, you got your iron farm going, and then what you do is you make an iron workshop like market area, which is what this structure is here. So in here, basically, I have a whole room full of these iron workers. And so as you're doing other things around your compound, like farming and whatnot, you're passively collecting iron. You bring the iron over here and you sell it to these guys. So that's how that works. So look here, we've got a surplus of iron here, and we can just kind of like shift click. We'll go to this guy, shift click, and it's kind of like an XP farm as well. So that works out nicely. So there, I got the half stack of emeralds just right there. So yeah, it's a nice, easy thing to do. And then basically with these emeralds, you can then just turn around and buy stuff from them. So basically you get up to a point and you can just buy all of your diamond armor, and then you can take that armor, put it on one of these disenchanting stones, disenchant it, and then enchant it the way you want, or whatever. So that's basically my strategy. And then you just collect books and enchant books, and every time you hit, level 30, you just like keep enchanting stuff, and eventually you get enough that you can like combine stuff and just never have to really mine for diamonds again, really, once you get to this point. So yeah, that's that. And then next after this, basically I'll go to the library. I'll do this one first here. So this here is, no, let's go to the library. I'll cover this one after. So the idea is you make your money with those guys through the passive iron farm. And then I usually get a whole library full of librarians, and I try to get one of each book that I want. Now, this takes a little bit of time to do, but so this is the library. Got an auto piston door. So this is both a library and a potion brewing place. So these guys, I didn't put signs up in this world, but that was like on the list. So here we have fire aspect 2. This guy has flame. This guy silk touch. This guy is respiration 3. This guy here is fire protection 4, so that's for your armor. This one here is fortune 2. This guy here, unbreaking 3. He'll buy here. You can get lanterns from him, efficiency 4, and frostwalker 2. So that guy's a triple whammy. This guy's not supposed to be in here, but he must have spawned up there. And then we have some clerics, sorry, and good to have these guys around. Mostly for the ender pearls. This is like a passive ender pearl farm kind of thing. I didn't get around to making an enderman farm in this round, but that's okay. Loyalty 3, and that's a cartographer. I haven't been able to level him up yet. We've got a leather worker who's kind of working on him. This one is a shepherd, so he conveniently takes the white wool, which is quite easy to get. And this one here, he's a mason, so you can just sell him stone. Stone is very easy to get. Plus, you can get the red glazed terracotta. That's very nice. Pink terracotta, which you can then glaze yourself, and then also these quartz blocks. So yeah, this is a nice little design. I've done this a couple times in different ways, but it's all conveniently located. On one side, you have your empty water bottles. You can fill the water bottles up with the water underneath the table. And then, yeah, you can easily just like shift click, go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come in here, open this, go 1, 2, 3. Next one, 3. Next one, 3. Then you can grab your nether wart, go to this one, tap it in, and tap it in. And then, I can't remember what the, but yeah, so you want to make some slow falling. There you go. So that's going to cook up. You need to shift click that brain in. Shift click the brain. Shift click the brain. And that's awkward potion. And then that will make a slow falling potion. And then you can take your redstone and double the time on it. And then over here you can drop them off. So I have a lot of them cooked up. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough dragon's breath from the dragon. Wasn't really paying attention when I fought the guy. Also, I think I lost the egg, although I haven't checked spawn, but pretty sure it's gone now. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, that's the brewing room, and the library. Very nice. Okay, what's next? Let's see here. Let's go up this way. So up here we've got the barn. This is just a simple barn. Got a double gate. Got some decorations. Here we have a couple horses, nothing special. And then we also have our sheep, our auto sheep grinders. And the way this thing here works is basically you got a bunch of sheep up in this hole, and you can just kind of crouch down and feed them wheat. And there's so many in there that they entity cram, and then this automatically drops wool and meat. And this one is for cows. So we got sheeps and cows. And then back here we have some of the original guys, but that's it. Anyway, it's very noisy, so let's get out of here. Very noisy indeed. Should turn that down. Yeah. So what's back here? This guy is, I think he's mending. Yeah, mending for like what? An emerald and 8 books or something? I don't know. That's pretty cheap though. I think I cured this guy with a zombie. Yeah. Or sorry, I had a zombie. Yeah, I called him Scar because he got attacked by a zombie, turned into a zombie, and then I saved him by changing him back. So that's why he's so cheap. That's awesome. So he got his own little house, and up here is where I did that. So this thing here, right? So this is how I did that. So basically, depending on your settings, if you're on normal or hard mode, I think I was playing this on hard mode. But in hard mode, basically, I had a zombie in here, and then I had that villager guy here. And basically, what I did is I could see inside here like that, right? And I had this That's a switch that has pistons. So I basically got a villager in here, and then I closed this gate, and I had a zombie in this room, and then I opened up the floodgates there, and the zombie came in, attacked him, turned him into a zombie villager. Then I killed that zombie, and then cured the zombie villager, and then marched him down to that house, and I use his workbench, and basically just like I do this with all the villagers. I just kind of put the workbench down, open the gates. He'll walk to the workbench, pick it up, put it down again. He'll walk over, pick it up, put it down, all the way to the house. And then when he's in the house or in where you want them, you then just pick up and put down the workbench over and over and over until this guy gets the enchanted book that you want. And I do that with all of the dudes. And that way you can basically control what they are doing for you. And sometimes it takes a while, but yeah, highly recommend having the patience and just doing that to get the books and enchantments that you need. So here we got a little carrot farm, and this is like cutely located in this cherry grove. Um, Back here is Wade's house. I'll just do this now so I don't forget. So he just built this little house over here, and he put that monument up for Sick 44, who some of you may know. This is his house. He's a real big fan of building underground like farms and stuff. So this is what he's got going on. So he's got a wheat farm, and then this is just kind of like a server cracker, or yeah, pretty much. And that just goes, I think, all the way down to Y to bedrock, which we don't have to go down there. So right, let's go sleep so we can do this in the daylight. Although it does look nice at night sometimes. All right. So I think that's pretty much everything on this side, other than another, which we will go to because there's some things there we should look at. Okay. Oh yeah, we should do the farm. May as well do it while they're sleeping. So this is the farm, and basically, again, this is another circle build. So I made this with a kind of wooden texture versus the stone. Um, so in here we have the sleeping quarters, and we have basically some farmers, and we've got a fisherman, and a kitchen worker or a cook or baker. Um, just a few of each of these guys. So you can kind of like from this guy, for example, um, he'll sell you various things. The farmers are good to get like basically unlimited food for emeralds and whatnot. And the bakers, they're basically awesome because just unlimited food. Good to have these guys around. So they just live passively in this little compound here, and they've got their wheat farm where they can compost for me and gather the wheat. And it's a circular like dome building that works very nicely. Yep. Works very nicely. It's basically daytime, so I don't think we have to sleep. We'll just keep going. There's still a lot to show. So yeah, back to the survival house. That's the iron workers house, and then we'll do that stuff after because I built that later. But over on this side, we have a fair ride. Now this here, I've built this a few times. This is my own original design. And basically what this is showcasing is this auto rail door. And I'll just start this so you can see what I'm talking about. So I click this switch. And as you can see, the rail car just goes back and forth, and that door opens automatically. Now, I designed this on my own a few years back during the pandemic, and basically how this works, if I can remember correctly, is here. Look, I'll just take this off for a second. So here, there's a pressure plate which runs a circuit and opens the door, and then the minecart goes across and hits the next one, which runs a circuit and then pushes this rail in place, and it's automatically powered by that redstone block. So when it comes down, and the timing is right. I've tried this a few different ways. This is the specific way it has to be built. Um, so it comes across, hits that, pushes the cart across. You go through, and then it closes up behind you basically because it's the reverse of that same circuit. So it hits this one, drags the cart back, and then hits this one and closes the door again. So it works really nice, and I can test it out for you. Look, I'll put that back. So basically, you just like sit up here, and then jump in. Wait, we're gonna have to. I'll wait for it to come back, and I'll jump in. Gotta be quick about it. There. So it's got like a fair ride. See, look, whee. And it closes again, and then it closes, and then it closes. Switch, open, card across. Switch, open, card across. And then you can just quickly hit shift and jump out, and then hit the switch. So yeah, that's just a way to showcase that auto rail door that I've built. Yeah, so that's that. Over on this side, we have this is a Phantom Farm. So this isn't a real elevator, but it works all the same basically. So you can just come here if you haven't slept in a while and just sit here, wait for the shithawks to swoop down at you, and then they get stuck in these webs, and you can just kind of knock them with your sword. It's a really, really, really easy way of getting lots of membranes, and we got quite a few now. So yeah, then you want to go down, just swim back down. That's a quick, easy build. What's next? So go there after, because that is basically I like streamlined the end. So I'll show you that after. And I guess let's do the, should we do? Let's do this. We gotta do this because we got daylight. So this here I built after I beat the end dragon. This was just kind of like a couple of post projects. If I was going to keep this world going without finding vintage story, I would have expanded, probably built a coliseum, probably built an ender farm, a gold farm, etc., etc. But unfortunately, I lost interest. So that's why we're making a video log, just in case I never come back. I'd like to see the work because I did put some time into this server. So this here is like a desert build, and basically this is just a mason's house. So in here we have 3 masons, and you can get various different blocks for these guys and sell them stone and such. And on this side, I didn't get them yet, but I think I was going to get more masons or something else. But there's room for a couple more villagers if I had continued playing. On the roof, there's also... Oh, can we even get up this? Yes. Yeah, there's just a little tower here. Little tower, and there's a rooftop garden. So cozy little build. I think I found this one on the internet, and then I just kind of made it, punctuate it to make it my own. But again, just experimenting with, building techniques and whatnot. That's a very nice build. And then over here is the Panda Sanctuary. Now, one of the projects I did after the dragon was I went and got some pandas from the jungle and brought them back through the nether to my home base. And what better thing to do than to build a sanctuary? So first we have this pagoda bridge, or however you say it, pagoda bridge, a Japanese style architecture. And then this is like a Japanese style build and it houses the pandas. So I've done this build twice now, and this is a tutorial that I found off of the internet basically, but I punctuated it to make it my own. There's definitely some subtle differences between the one I did last time in the old world and this one. For example, the one I did in the old world had a three gates and 3 gates, not 2. So yeah, basically the same thing, but I just altered the dimensions slightly. But yeah, so basically you can come in here, and we've got a little like a zoo, and there's a little like koi fish pond here, and we've got pandas. I did not get around to naming them all, but um, basically each one of these towers is symmetrical, and this is like the backside. It's kind of unfinished, but it blends all right with the rest of it. And then see this railway that leads to the end, and we'll get there. Still quite a bit to do. So yeah, this is the panda sanctuary. So they've got a little pond on one side. There's a bridge. Um, these towers are basically the exact same all the way around. I'm missing a block there. And they have a little shelter here. And yeah, it's a cute little spot for them. Basically, what I did is I planted this. This is a natural tree, so the first thing I did was basically build out the land. This is terraformed all the way out, and then put like a bunch of jungle seeds just right in the middle, and it creates that big tree for you. So that's natural. Well, I planted it, but it grew itself. And yeah, so little panda sanctuary. So yeah, very cool, very cool. And of course, we've got all the like this here, these like pine needle. I like this ground. All right, let's do the end farm, and then we'll go to the end, and then we'll come home. And that will conclude the program. So over here, we have a nether portal. So basically, we go through this portal, and we get to the end rod farm. So through most of the game, you're going to use coal probably to for most of your cooking and smelting. But the best fuel to use is end rods. And basically, I streamlined a way to get to that farm. So basically, the way we do that is hit the button, and this will take you right there. So this is another thing that I rush to do as soon as I possibly can. And we got really lucky with that portal. There's an end farm, like an end fortress, like right here. So I built this rail line that's like protected, and it will take you right to the farm. So this works very easily. You could just basically just stand here AFK and let all of those dudes spawn, and they'll just float down. They should float down. Yeah. So I'll go show you what it looks like from up top. So, yeah, basically this is just a glass cube, a massive glass cube, all made with the red glass. That's completely optional, but uh, I think it's 10 by 10 or something, and lava on each of the sides of the corners, which leads to the middle, and there's a pit there. These guys will spawn and fall down, and over the course of a few minutes, they'll build up, and then you can just farm end rods. So I'll just do, see, look, there. I mean, that was just a couple seconds, but if you stood here for like 5 real world minutes or 10 real world minutes, it would add up. It would add up and add up and add up, and you just get like stacks quickly, very quickly. But yeah, we don't need to do that. And you just hit the button, and it takes you back. So it kind of reminds me of like Casper the Friendly Ghost, and like that. If you remember that scene where they like take the minecart through like the walls of the house and whatnot. That's crazy. So I streamlined that, and then I streamlined the end dragon. So I'll show you that next, and that's pretty much it. So to get to the end dragon, we should probably sleep first because it's a bit of a journey. But it's again, it's streamlined. So let's go have a quick nap and head to the dragon. I really wish we could get the egg back, but I don't think we are going to be able to. I think it's gone. I should have been more on top of that, but it was kind of a clusterfuck when we did the dragon, and I wasn't paying attention. So whatever. All right. So basically, oh yeah, did I show you the other iron farm? So yeah, I had one iron farm, and then we had three players or 4 players on this server for a minute, and one farm wasn't enough for everybody, so I had to make 2. And this is definitely enough for. This is more than enough for like, a small server, passive iron. Yeah, it's not symmetrical at all, but it works, and that's what matters. So yeah, let's. Last thing basically is the streamline to the end. So over here we have a train station, again, trying to follow that circular theme. And this is a nice woods themed area. Got these pine needles on the ground. I really do love this ground block. And you basically just put your cart down here and just press forward, and you will slingshot. And this will take you to the end of the game. So yeah, I really did have a lot of fun playing Minecraft again. We did a vanilla world, and then my friend started a modded world, which I'll do a video on that one later on. But then I got into Vintage Story, and I highly recommend anybody to try. If you like Minecraft, I think you'll like Vintage Story. Vintage Story is very much like Minecraft, except I think just much more realistic, like the survival mechanics. Like you actually have to like sculpt your tools and your clay items, and yeah, just awesome. But I do have a soft spot for Minecraft too, because Minecraft has a simplicity about it, and it's kind of more like what you make it. It is what you make it in Minecraft, which I do love. There. Okay, so this is the end fortress. Let's just do another drive up because I wasn't really paying attention. So this place is the roof of the Nether. And this is a very like Minecraft looking building. You know, just very like liminal, just very out of place, you know. But anyway, it's here and it's freaky looking. It kind of reminds me of like Space Odyssey or something. Beware the end. So yeah, let's take this cart because I think we're still gonna need it. So one portal took us to the actual Nether, and then another thing I do in this game for fast travel is I build like a Nether hub on the roof of the Nether. So that's where this portal goes there. Now, it's been so long, I can't remember where everything is, but the main thing here to show you is, and there might be some other outposts that I'm forgetting about that I might have made. I don't think so. Nothing of note anyway. I mean, usually what I do is I build ice roads everywhere. And that's what I was in the process of mapping out. So this is the roof of the Nether, and the way you get here is basically you have to find the highest block in the actual Nether, and then build a ladder to it, and then like jump, spam, and throw an Ender Pearl, and you'll pop up out here. And what I usually do is I build a series of ice highways in each direction, and then I build a gold farm way, 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 way up in the sky. But I did not get around to that. Maybe in the next play. Or maybe we'll come back to this someday. I'm not sure. Anyway, you take this mine cart, and it will take you right to the end. And I'll show you that because I usually build a cozy like room at the end where the portal is. And that's what I've done here. So this place freaks me out though, man. The noises. God. So yeah, we go through here. And this is the end room. So usually every playthrough, I kind of just like not speed run, like semi speed run my way to the dragon. And then I do all these little projects on the way. So this is another project I do before I jump through and fight the dragon. Is I always like pretty up this room. So here, like you come through the portal, and this is a very like creepy looking koi fish pond in the back. And you've got like the creepy friggin' wither poster, and you could probably even do some fishing here if you wanted to. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but hey, why not? And you got the nice like podium for the portal. You got the checker floor, wood grain floor. Um, this leads up into the rest of the fortress, which we don't need to go explore that. And then here we've got some like creepy looking sacrificial vases here, um, asking for like poppies or something, wither rose maybe. Then we have some like various different types of armors, and then again this is a very like liminal space. Like you've got your furnaces. Like what's that for? And then you come back here and you've got a random like fish bulb tank thing, and it's like what is that? And what are these buckets for? And So yeah, just like a little space and crafting bench and place to store items and yeah, this is just like a back storage area. I think this goes up into a tower, like a tower to like nowhere. What does that do? Ooh, freaky. Ooh. All right. Yeah, and that's basically it. I just have to like take in the detail, eh? And there's a spider spawner somewhere in the walls, but I couldn't find it, so. And then basically you can just jump through here, and you're in the end, which is a frightening place. Let me tell you, scary. And usually out here, I build an end farm, but like an Enderman farm to get the Ender pearls, but never actually did that in this round. And somehow we lost the friggin' egg. I don't know where it went, but it's gone. Out there. And we're home. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video log of my most recent vanilla Minecraft playthrough. Um, I might do another playthrough in the future, but for now, I think I've switched to Vintage Story. I highly recommend you guys pick it up. Give it a go. Anyway, let me know what you think of the video in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, take it easy.